Hi, so I have this idea and I really hope that you guys will share this video to as many people as you can so the word gets out and that maybe my idea can come to fruition. Maybe, people can help me have this thing happen. So my idea is to have a women's shelter in Kitchener. Right now in Kitchener we have the House of Friendship that is based on males. It's only a shelter for men to go to. Sometimes if there is a consideration, sometimes a woman can go to it, but it is for males. We also have Mary's Place, which is for families, for single women, and not for single men. Men can go to the shelter if their wife and their children are there or if they have children, but single men are not allowed to be there. There's also a shelter for, abused women, and it's called Ensemble House in Kitchener. If you're being abused by your partner, by your husband, by your live-in boyfriend, your common-law husband, you're a child, you want to escape your parents because they're abusing you, you can go to Ensemble House. You're an orphan, you're all alone, you don't have anywhere to go. Sometimes they will accept you on circumstances to Ensemble House. But I find that these places are very dangerous. A lot of the people who are homeless, they've been around a while and they've learned to fend for themselves with violence. They can't get work, so they do drugs, they sell drugs, they deal weapons, they sell weapons, they make weapons. The women prostitute themselves to strange men. There are no social programs that are helping them to find work or to get housing. I mean, there are, but they're not strict enough. They don't do the job well enough. There's also ROOF, and it's for the youth, and they have a few programs that I think are really excellent. They have, an Alcoholics Anonymous group where the youth can come in and talk about their alcohol problem. Even it's for people who don't even stay at the shelter. Adults can come in. It doesn't have to be just the youth. Adults can come in and work on their problems. They also have one for drugs. If you're addicted to drugs, they have a program for that too, and you can talk about your problems with drugs and get advice and information about how to stay clean. They even have a program for, sexually transmitted infections and diseases. They give you all the information. They support safe sex, and they make sure that the youth have access to, protection, and there's a nurse on site if there's a problem with anything. It doesn't have to be about, sexually transmitted infections or diseases. They can talk about anything. Girls can go in there, talk about pregnancy issues and everything. The youth can learn to cook. There's cooking programs. Everybody chips in for chores. It's a good place. But some of the people are violent and you have to be careful. It can be scary going into places like that if you've never been there. And it's no place for anybody to be really, but there are ways that you can get housing. They have weekly sheets that come out with available housing for right now and for the near future. there are programs like Ontario Works to give you money. But the thing is, there are no shelters that are completely drug-free, weapon-free. In all these shelters, if you have weapons, you're allowed to own weapons. You're allowed to, you can practice your habits. What you want to do. You can't procure them or do them inside the shelter, and you have their support 100%. You can be yourself. You don't have to worry about that. But if you're a person who's new to the street, you don't do drugs, you don't have weapons, you've never used a weapon, maybe you're Christian, maybe you're religious, you're Muslim, maybe you get frightened easily, you don't know how to defend yourself. We don't have a shelter that is safe and secure, with different support programs that might be helpful. I think if there was one for women and one for men, that our city would be in a better place. So this is my idea, and I really hope you guys like the idea and support the idea. I want to be able to do this one day and be able to build a foundation around this idea someday. And if I have the right supports to do it, maybe I can be able to do it. So I don't know. I was thinking maybe one day to start a charity program so that I could raise money to carry out the idea. I'm just not sure how I want to start that, or how I want donations to come in. I don't know yet. So it's just an idea so far, and if you guys want to share this video to whoever you want, that would be really awesome. So hopefully one day we could have 2 new shelters in our city, and be safe and a clean, safe place for people to be. Okay, so share, like, subscribe. Thanks, guys.